sacred knowledge from the stars. Vedic truth heals ancient scars. Mantras clear the karmic way, bringing light to guide each day. Let the planets show their signs as the cards and stars combine. Ancient wisdom flows through time. Cards reveal the grand design. Om Namah Shivaya divine. Let the cosmic rhythms align. Om Shanti Om.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my once weekly show. My name is Michelle Marie, and before I invite our lovely guest on tonight, I want to go into a few minutes of the astrology that's reshaping the final weeks of May, because we're still moving through a very deeply karmic period, and the world is reflecting it clearly. So if you've been feeling like reality's become a little more intense, more unpredictable, and more revealing, you are not imagining it. In February of 17th, we had a solar eclipse in Dhanishta Nakshatra. This is the star of wealth, power, and collective resources. And then on March 3rd, we had a lunar eclipse in Purva Falguni. This is the star of love, pleasure, creativity, and joy. This is also on the Aquarius-Leo axis, collective versus kings, oligarchs versus the populace. So these eclipses, they exposed some major global themes. First, Dhanishta showed us the instability around wealth, governments, institutions, who holds power, how the resources are being controlled, and what happens when these systems lose trust. And then second, Purva Falguni revealed the shadow side of pleasure, influence, emotional attachment, and how entertainment, romance, scandal, and public image can conceal those deeper imbalances. So this is why many of the top stories that we're seeing fit the astrology so precisely. There are ongoing wars and ceasefire failures across multiple regions. World leaders are meeting under pressure while the alliances are shifting. Natural disasters and extreme weather is creating a humanitarian strain, including the new Ebola virus, which is all over Africa now. There's some social unrest, protests, political polarization in the West. There's continued fascination with the Epstein files and the elite secrecy that's coming out. And even the unusual tensions and security concerns surrounding events like the White House Correspondents' Dinner mirror a lot of the planetary conflict signatures that we're seeing. So the sky often reveals the symbolic pattern before the headlines do. So one of the most important transits that I'd like to bring up is called Adhika Masa. What is that? That just began yesterday, and it continues until June 15th. Adhika Masa is considered a spiritually amplified month. Yay. It's not ideal for forcing any worldly outcomes, but it's great for prayer, reflection, pilgrimage, charity, and just simplifying your life. This month says, slow down enough to hear what your soul has been trying to tell you. And then after the 15th, we can really move forward again. Now, on May 22nd, we have two powerful aspects, and they're going to activate. We have Saturn activating in his aspect to Mercury, and then we have Rahu, which is the north node, which causes eclipses, aspecting Venus. This creates a collective atmosphere of distrust in information, delays in agreements, emotional confusion in our relationships, and financial uncertainty or rumors. So this is classic astrology for leaks, investigations, media storms, misinformation, and reputational scandals. So if major stories break involving governments, corporate systems, hidden relationships, this transit supports that symbolism. So personally, you could feel, we were talking a little bit about this before the show, the 5 C's. Oh, you guys have to watch Gerald's show tomorrow. It's going to be really good. But you could be struggling with overthinking, some anxiety, difficulty trusting what you're hearing, and getting a lot of emotionally mixed signals because of these transits. Then on May 23rd, the moon is conjoining Ketu, that's the south node, and he's temporarily breaking the Kalsarpa yoga again, which we've been in and out of for a while now. This brings a sense of release and some emotional relief as well. but this can trigger some sudden anger, unexpected accidents, aggressive rhetoric, and sharp breaks in negotiations. So on the world stage, this may reflect military escalations, dramatic statements by leadership, or abrupt endings. Ketu cuts and Mars acts. So we're taking a closer look at what's going on in Iran and things like that. We can expect an increase of rhetoric in and around that. Whatever happens during that is going to be abrupt and irreversible. So just kind of prepare your nervous system for that. Make sure that you're doing your spiritual practices. And then on May 25th, we have Ganga Dussehra. Ganga Dussehra is a holy day that celebrates the descent of Mother Ganga, or water, to earth. Spiritually, this is a day that symbolizes a purification of our karma. And so you can offer water on your altar or in prayer. You can bathe mindfully or visit a natural body of water. You can donate to those in need. You could recite sacred names and mantras, and you can release any resentments consciously. This is an excellent day for emotional healing. And then on May 25th/26th, depending on where you are in the world, we have Nirjala Bhima Ekadashi. Nirjala Ekadashi is the most powerful Ekadashi. Traditionally, devotees fast from water, and they choose a gentler observance depending on their health. Jonathan and I have done the water food fast. It was for over 24 hours. It was really intense. Just do what you can do. I'm probably just not going to eat food that day and spend more time in meditation and japa, because giving up water is a little hard in 80-degree weather. But if you can do it, and you can do it in a healthy way, it can bring a lot of purification of attachment and really strengthen your willpower. There are other ways you can participate as well. You can light a candle on your altar and practice some meditation. Avoid any excesses or indulgences all that day. Offer prayers for peace, because boy, does the world need it right now. And practice gratitude. You can have a journal or just a notebook where you write down all the things that you are so grateful for. And you can also read sacred teachings or scriptures. So any kind of sincere intention is really going to matter on the 25th, okay? And then on May 29th, Mercury is entering Gemini. This is a major improvement, because Mercury entering its own side is going to bring mental clarity, and he's going to be direct, yay, better communication, honest conversations, and faster news cycles. It can also increase travel and networking opportunities. So if May felt a little mentally foggy, the transit of Mercury going into Gemini is really going to clear the air up. So you can expect important disclosures, negotiations, announcements to accelerate toward the end of the month. And then finally, on May 31st, we have a full moon in Scorpio, and this is in Anuradha Nakshatra, and it's Vargotama in Scorpio, meaning it's in the same sign in the Navamsha, which is 9 divisions deep. So this brings a lot of emotional depth, because Scorpio reveals secrets, emotional truths, power dynamics, endings and transformation. And this full moon could bring major revelations, some emotional closure, endings in relationships, and global stories that are involving hidden agendas or investigations can resurface even further. So some Vedic remedies that you can do during this week is you can chant. This is for anxiety and mental overload. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And you can also limit constant news exposure. You can sit near water or take salt baths, and you can keep a more regular sleep schedule. For Saturnian pressure, you can offer service to elders or those in need. Light a sesame oil lamp or candle on Saturday. Practice patience with paperwork and delays. And then for Rahu Ketu confusion, those are the nodes. You can avoid any kind of obsessive speculation. Simplify your social media intake. You can offer prayers to the ancestors, especially if you're in a Rahu or Ketu period, because Ketu is in Maga, which rules our divine ancestors. And know that next week, before I go into our readings, I'll be covering June's astrology by sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. So make sure to join us. And if you don't know your Vedic chart, I have a free calculator at astrologicaltarot.com. It's right here under my my camera here. So if you'd like a question answered tonight, please go ahead and put your question in the chat. Know that tips get priority. Then we go in order of received. You must be present in the audience when we call your name, and that helps keep the flow smooth, and we honor everyone's time. So our special guest this week. I'm so happy to welcome him. His name is Gerald Schwab of Tarot Stash. He is beloved for his joyful energy, his practical tarot wisdom, and yes, his legendary mustache and magical mischief. And with nearly 30 years of tarot study, Gerald brings a lot of practical tarot tips on his channel, deep dives into magical tools, creative living, and a lot of humor, authenticity, and curiosity. He also collaborates with his AI creative assistant Quill to brainstorm and organize ideas while keeping big heart, humor, and human creativity front and center of each of his shows, which you can tell he puts a ton of work into. So his links are in the description. Be sure to subscribe to his channel and schedule a reading via his Calendly link, which is also there. So let's take a breath, settle in, and begin tonight's readings. Gerald!
Hello! Thank you for having me. I'm thrilled to be here.
So we call him Cowbell because we can't get enough of him. And of course, he turned it into a disco cowbell.
You gotta have the disco cowbell. It's all glimmers because it just reflects all of what you put out there. So be careful what you put out there because you get more of it back.
Yes, you do. You do. So let's say hey, hi to some people in the audience. Oh my goodness. The lovely Hershey is here.
Hershey.
Lovely to see you. Thank you for the positive vibes. And yes, that is a mirror cowbell. He created it himself. So there it is.
You know,
he never disappoints. Oh my goodness. And then Selma, I went ahead and got your question in. Kritika is here. Lovely to see you, Kritika. We just had a moon in Kritika Nakshatra. And then Shining Love, Light, Truth is here. Good to see you. Barbara Rati is here. Good to see you. The lovely Brian is with us. So good to see you, Brian. I love that photo of Brian.
It's good.
It's really good. Like it's super professional and GQ. And let's see. Oh, the lovely Shem is here. We did not plan this, but we're both wearing blue, and even Jonathan's wearing it. Say hi, Jonathan. It's like we're all wearing teal. That's funny. Yes. Oh my goodness. Rose Blue is here. Howdy from Texas. Some patience. Good to see you. Timmy is here. Good to see you, Timmy. The lovely Sybil is here. Oh, we got an Aquarius stellium in the house. I love that. I've got Moon in Aquarius, and he's got Jupiter and North Node there. So we got some Aquarian energy here. Jazz is here. Good to see you. And Kritika, I'll get your question in. MGG, good to see you.
Yes.
Kristen is here. Good to see you.
Kristen Louise.
And then, yes, thank you for reminding everyone to do the YouTube things. Thank you, Hershey. And let's see. All right. Making sure I don't miss anybody. Everyone's saying hi. You guys are so great. Oh, so Rose Blue, you're getting ready to move with your elderly parents this year. Congratulations. That's a huge, huge deal. Wow. Best of luck to that. And then Bernadette is here. Good to see you, Bernadette. Venus is here. And thank you for reminding everybody about how the show works. We appreciate you, Venus. And then Kritika, yep, I got your question in. And then, let's see. Mere Dragon is here. Good to see you, Mere Dragon.
Good to see you.
And oh my goodness, so many lovelies. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Yeah, we both look good in blue, don't we? It's like this. It's teal day.
I'm a big fan of blue.
Yes, I didn't have time to do my hair, so this is just like air dry, guys. So and I don't have the cute hair today, but it's okay. We're having issues with our water in our building too, so. Texas Longhorns, we love our cowbell. Oh
yeah. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I love that. I think the Texas Longhorns is this.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Okie dokie artichoke. Oh, you're funny, Timmy. Oh yeah, we're all looking Caribbean, aren't we? Yeah, we're all matching.
Yeah, there we go.
And then any info you got at Shining Love. The lovely Kaylee is with us. So good to see you, Kaylee.
Lee.
And then Venus, I'll get your question in. Kaylee, I got your question in. Old Windwalker, so good to see you.
Old
I'll
Windwalker.
go ahead and get your question in. And I love blue too. It is a good frequency. Blue is the color for Shani, Lord Saturn, so it's good to wear on Saturdays. And then teal is more like Mercury. And everyone's lovely. Yeah, everyone loves to see Gerald. Yes, I missed him.
Yeah.
But he's been quilting away, and if you guys see some of the stuff he's been working on, it's pretty amazing.
I've been doing stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. AB Intuitive is here. Oh, is that
Hi, Sylvia.
Sylvia? Yeah, that's Sylvia. I recognize the logo, Sylvia.
Mhm.
And then let's see. Tina is here. Love that. Throat resonance. Oh yeah, that's right. Blue is the throat, Vishuddha. Yeah.
Yes, I wear now I can't blue stone for my throat chakra all the time.
Oh.
And I can't remember what it is because obviously I'm not supposed to tell you anyhow.
Oh,
Weird.
okay. I wear
don't remember
turquoise
what
and
it is.
yeah.
No, now it's going to drive me nuts. I'll be in the middle of somebody's reading and I'll, shout it out. It's like
Chalcedony or
blue
something.
lace agate.
Blue lace agate. Okay, we got it. That's a good one. That sounds like it would carry some third eye energy too. I don't know.
Yes.
And then some patience. I'll get your question in. Thank you for asking that. And good to see you, Soulstar LA.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you were thinking lapis lazuli. That's one of my favorites. I had a really beautiful wand that I donated before I left because I couldn't bring all my crystals with me. But I love working with it. And then Hershey says, in Caribbean spiritual traditions in gemstone lore, the vibrant blues symbolize emotional healing, divine protection, and peace. The varied shades of the Caribbean sea and sky reflect a deep connection to the water elements, ancient wisdom, and spiritual clarity. Well, that's what we were going for, Hershey. I mean, we just planned this whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, didn't everybody know that?
I mean, come on.
Totally what I did.
Yeah, I think she just channeled it to us. And
there you go.
Oh, Larimar. We have tons of Larimar in Washington State because of Mount St. Helens. So I love that.
And lapis lazuli is beautiful as well. All of those are great stones.
They really are. I completely agree. I have lapis in front of Shiva on my altar. It's a little third eye piece.
That's nice.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to some of our questions. Let me look at and you guys, I've got really good news. We worked stuff out with the building. They sent an apology. They got rid of all the fines. Life is good. I'm feeling really great. So,
I love that.
Okay, so Rachel, you are our first tipper. And then we have some patients. And yes, okay, so we have Rachel and then some patients. And then, okay, that's from Allie. All right, so we're going to start with Rachel. Let's see here. Let me find your question, love. My question is, should I look to buy a place? The issue is outside my apartment. It stinks like urine tonight in the hall. Oh, mouse poops. Uh-oh. But the landlord is good. I got good cards for that landlord. It's the freaking crappy neighbors. Can I get out of this lease? Okay, well, I do think you'll be able to work it out because that's what the card said last week, but things can change. So let's go ahead and see. I know there was a planetary war going on between Saturn, Mercury, and Mars when you were looking at the lease. So that did cause a little bit of upheaval there. Let's see. And is the smoking thing still an issue, Rachel? Dan Dura, welcome. You're welcome to ask a question, of course. Okay. Okay, Miss Rachel. So the first card I got for you from the Karma cards was Capricorn. Capricorn is all about handling this in the most business-like way possible. Okay. Capricorns, they don't allow their emotions into the business dealings. They think on a very practical level. Now, the reason I say that, I think that, hopefully I'm not still frozen.
No, you're not. You're not.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I just saw that. The reason I say that is that I went to this tarot and I got the Ten of Wands, but it came up reversed. Okay, so this tells me that any type of work that you put into this is, you're not going to see the results. Okay, you might be wasting your energy. They're asking you to kind of release the issue in and around the situation regarding the landlord. Okay, I kind of went through the same thing. It was remedied today, but it went on for over a month and it was just insane. You can expect things to get a little better, but the main energy that I got for what you need to look into is really reevaluate your situation. You are very dissatisfied with the current situation. You're feeling a little regretful. Okay. But I got that the energy in and around the neighbors can improve, because I did get the devil reversed. Now, if this were upright, I'd be like, uh-oh, but it's not, which is good. This is about liberation and breaking chains, breaking free from things that are harmful, false sense of power, things like that. So know that right now, if you try to take this in a more kind of business status quo, your lease is probably not going to allow it. Okay, really make sure one of the best things you can do is, and this is what I did for our lease in Mexico, because it was in Spanish and there's a lot of legal terms that I don't know in Spanish yet, is I copied it, I put sections of it into AI, and then I said, create a bulleted list on everything that I need to know as a tenant legally and everything else that I can do in these given situations. Go ahead and do that with whether it's Gemini or Claude or ChatGPT. You can go ahead and put that information in there and try to work around this situation. I'm glad that you have a good landlord, but right now you're not going to be successful. You could be later, but the least is likely, because when I get Capricorn, that tells me it's something to do with business. Okay, so I'm kind of excited to see what Gerald has to say.
Well, you had the Ten of Wands reversed. Was that correct?
Correct.
I started off with the Nine of Wands upright.
Mhm.
So this is feeling like, no, you shouldn't do it. The timing is certainly off. Part of this is you need to wait for the appropriate time, and this may be an initial reaction to the situation. I mean, and you can have all the feelings that you want around this, just for entertainment purposes only, but don't go too quickly. Honestly, you're working on feeling differently about where you are and all of the things that are going on in your environment. I got the Ace of Cups for that, and that's good. These are these are simple things, but you like the place inside, not out. Okay. Oh, this is really powerful to think about this. It's like you have to give it time for everything to build up. You want it to grow, and because it will grow, you'll get the Nine of Pentacles, to where the stuff that you can bask in your glory. The stuff that has been coming along has been good. Allow the landlord to be the Hierophant, to do the things that need to happen. You may not know all of those things, nor should you get in. Stay in your own lane. You can communicate information, but I also, there's a lot of Pentacles here. The last card that I pulled is the Five of Pentacles, which is when you're thinking about buying something new. It's not a supportive card for that, because there's a lot going on. So yeah, you're done. talking to the condo association. Okay.
Settle in. Okay. Well, it's important to keep. Well, that's probably why I got the Ten of Swords reverse. Sorry, Ten of Wands reverse. Is you feel like you're not really getting anywhere. So that's kind of I think it's the timing. So
I would be concerned about breaking the lease.
yeah.
I have a feeling. I get this feeling, Rachel. There are a lot of things that you don't have control over. They're going on underneath the surface. It may not be a good idea. And part of it is you got to keep showing up. Can I just break the lease? I wouldn't.
I wouldn't again.
If you want to, go for it. The energy around that isn't very helpful because you're going to fall into something similar. But it feels very much like there's other stuff going on that you're not seeing.
And one thing that my guru told me regarding, because I literally bought furniture that's about at least this far off the ground, because I knew that we would probably have flooding in this apartment. We had 2 floods because it was on the day Saturn was exactly opposite Jonathan Saturn again. And this happened in Puerto Vallarta. We're in a whole new city and it happened again, right? So we can't always run from our karma. Sometimes we just have to endure it, deal with it, and then see what it's trying to teach us. And so this could just be spirit trying to work with you on, releasing something that is, we both got cards that things are going to get a little bit better for you, but now it's just not the right time. Okay. And then, okay, Salama, I see you. We're doing our tippers first. Okay. And Amanda's here. Lovely to see you too, Amanda. And Rachel says, I prefer to just stay here. I told the landlady that I would break the lease if things weren't fixed, and she knows I'm upset, but I put money to fix it up. I painted. Okay. Well, yeah,
I would say with something like that, then focus on the really positive things that you're seeing. Put your attention on that instead of necessarily trying to find the problems.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you love the inside. That's absolutely beautiful. I like that. Allow that inside energy that you're feeling to expand out. So
I love that. She goes, it looks very nice inside, much better. Oh, good. Yeah. So focus on that. It's very spacious and pretty quiet. Yes, it's very nice. Okay. So try to see like I said, I got those 4 cups. So try to see the cup that you're being given and appreciate that. Okay. Okay. That's good advice. Okay.
And my good friend Trixie is here. Hello, Trixie.
Hey, Trixie. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So let's go. And you move in 11 months. Okay. And hola, Jehoni, to the Bordines. Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and get that in there. All right. So let's go ahead and go to our next question. Woohoo. All right. It is the lovely Some Patience. General message from guides. Why am I not catching and or missing right now? Okay. What are you missing? I wish I had my blind spot oracle, but it was a little too big to bring. I missed that deck. Marina got me into that one.
Yeah, I think I saw Hershey was the one who introduced me to that.
Oh, okay. So Marina might have gotten it from Hershey. Yeah.
Take credit for that, Hershey. Hershey loves that deck.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to jump in with this Some Patience, and part of what it is. What are you missing? You're at the moment of where you're thinking about so many options. It's preventing you from moving and to doing something. The idea of, because what I have is I have the 7 of Cups, which is the card of looking at options and wondering about them. This is supported by the Knight of Cups. What's happened is there are so many options, and you haven't given yourself time to emotionally connect with them and to identify what is one that you're really passionate about, because you keep adding layers and layers and layers. And what it's doing, instead of it exciting you and you exploring, ooh, look at that, ooh, look at that, you're going, ooh, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, and oh, and another thing, and another thing. I could use that deck on the daily. Oh, the blocks. Part of it, what's really interesting is I'm finding for you if you're stuck, you don't know. Part of it is you have to set up some rituals and some daily practices that will help you. I had a great conversation with Purple Elephant Deb H today.
That was good.
It was great. The idea of, tiny shifts and big ripples, the idea of just doing something every day, just with the intention of making it, to adding it. You don't have to do this huge shift. Do something small and do it consistently. That's where there's going to be a lot of magic. This is definitely supporting this idea of the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is, this is one of the cards that we pulled. That sounds a lot like self-care and routines, not my superpower. Well, guess what, some patients? It doesn't have to be a superpower. It can be a power, and you can just do something small with it. This was one of the cards, the Eight of Pentacles was one of the cards that we picked during the show, and looking at create a routine, light a candle every day, say a simple prayer, whatever it is that you want. There's always going to be opportunity for things to be missed. However, you can choose to, you can look at that stuff that you're missing. Start first with something that's going to affirm you and get you back into the emotional excitement around it. That's what I have for you, some patients. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, well, I got similar cards, lots of cups, lots of cups in this
Yes.
reading, right? The
Mhm.
first one I got was the Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is the card of fulfillment and realization. This is my wish card. So there's some satisfaction and gifts and contentment that have come into your life that need to be recognized. So, just being grateful for your recovery, having, access to, good surgeons and physical therapy and things like that. But you are carrying around a little bit of sadness. Okay, I got the Five of Cups. This is disappointment, a little rejection. There are setbacks when it comes to recovery. So there are some things that you need to let go of, loss, regret. I know that you're also dealing with workplace issues and things like that. So try to see the possibilities rather than regretting the things that aren't as positive going on. Okay. The reason I say that is I went to my Mahabharata Oracle and I got the reprisal card. I think I get this to you a lot. So it's just reminding you that vengeance is just not worth your time and energy. You focus on trying to make your wishes come true. Don't get too stuck in the past because that can mess with your manifestation. The Knight of Cups is a messenger. And I think the message for you is try to see the emotional, how do I say this? I'm not talking about toxic positivity. We had this conversation before the show, but just trying to be appreciative for the things that are going well in life and really try to cling to those. Like today, I had this whole thing clear up with billing and it just put me in a whole new mood. Yeah, we've got a lot of other problems that we're dealing with, but it was like, oh my gosh, this is something that I can get on and be like, all right, this is good. Try to focus on those things. I got that the main thing is that there is an energy in and around you that is highly, highly ambitious. Okay. This card is, it represents Satyavati. And when she appears, desire needs to be examined a little more. So her relentless ambition, it reshaped dynasties, but it cost her her peace. She wasn't really focused. She was so focused on getting her wishes fulfilled, but they didn't really work out because she wasn't seeing the big picture. So she teaches the danger of ambition divorced from our values. So I think the core message for you is check against any kind of unchecked desire. Know that your ambition must be aligned with, patience, it's in your name, some foresight, and just take some time to reassess your goals. Okay. Burnout can signal imbalance. Rest restores clarity. That's the main thing that I'm getting. So just know that as you go through your recovery, and you're also dealing with some of the more negative energies in and around you, not to absorb that, but to look at the possibilities that await you. And this, we got a lot of cups in this reading. There's a lot of water in the cards. So, this is kind of an emotional time for you. And I think that's what Spirit's working with you on, is making you more resilient and developing that beautiful vairagya, which in Sanskrit means detachment in a good way, not in a separate way, but in a way where you don't allow your emotions to cloud your judgment. Okay. And then,
I want to add to this for some
yeah.
patients. You can be having a lot of issues or concerns. What Michelle is talking about, which is really powerful, you have to acknowledge those and then choose where you're putting your energy.
Mm.
Are you going to focus on the challenging things, or are you going to recognize the challenging things and then go, you know what? I've given that about 10 minutes of my time. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to shift my energy. So this is really helpful. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Detachment and moving on certainly tracks for the day I'm having.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad that was helpful. And Jay Honey is speaking Portuguese in the chat. So I haven't seen that language in a while. I actually studied it a little bit because we were looking at Brazil.
Oh
So I
wow!
love it. Yeah, I love that. Welcome.
And
Okay.
yeah, some patience is like when it's a good reminder to focus on what matters you. Yes. And for those of you who are watching, this may be something you need to take a little bit of time to support yourself with.
Yes. Yes. And Aya, welcome. Good to see you. Coming in from Gerald's channel. Yes, you can ask a question. We are going in order of tippers, and then we do lightning round, okay? But you need to
Mm-hmm.
be in the audience and we can get to you. All right, so let's go to our next tipper. Let me look at my thing here. Okay, I believe we have the lovely Dan. And oh, Shining Love, Light, Truth. And then we have Dan. Okay. I would be grateful for anything you may have for me. Messages energetically, lots moving. Okay, you got it. Okay. Lots moving. Thank you very much. You got it. Yeah, things are going to be moving very quickly for a lot of us, guys, because all of the planets are direct until June 29th. So that's going to bring in a lot of speed. Mars is in its own sign of Aries. Taurus is about to move into, Venus has already moved into Gemini. June 1st, we've got Jupiter moving into Cancer. We've got a lot of movement. Planets are going to be quick. Okay.
Well, you know what? Shining love, light, truth. Things are actually, dang, I want this reading. Things whenever I get the star as the first card, this is the universe who is saying, we see you, we recognize you, we're gonna let some things line up for you. Now I'm going to jump ahead because the last card that I have in this reading for you is the Sun, which is one of the most positive cards in the tarot. We have the star and the sun. Remember, it is always darkest before the dawn. And the sun is actually telling you things are, there's going to be enlightenment. Things are going to actually be very helpful and quite good. This is part of what we have that's going to go between the star and the sun is where you've put your energy, all of the energy that you've put out there is going to start showing up. It's going to start showing up. Now, part of what you have to be careful with is what energy are you putting out there?
Mm-hmm.
This is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is something that reminds me when it shows up, it's important to actually, swords are about thought, word, and deed. Part of what you need to do is the four shows up, take a nap. Give your brain something else to think about for a while. If you've been thinking about a project and thinking and thinking and worrying and thinking, and you're going to get caught into the loop. Instead, give your brain something else to do. Do a Sudoku, do crossword puzzles, do something that activates a different part of your brain, because suddenly what's going to happen is you're not going to be thinking about it, and then the solution's going to show up. It's like, I just had that experience earlier. Blue lace agate, couldn't think of it, moved on to something else, and then blue lace agate showed up. I mean, but man, how's that? That's good. I'll take that.
I want those cards too. Those are fantastic. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I got some interesting cards for you. The first one I got was Neptune. I get this card when I'm not seeing something clearly. Like I got this, the Ace of Cups reversed, and we had mold in our water, stuff like that. So I wasn't seeing something, okay? You're not seeing something, and Gerald got the Four of Swords, which tells you to rest.
Yes.
I got the Four of Cups. This is while you're resting, take some time to reevaluate anything that you may not be seeing. There's an insight that needs to come to you, and it's going to kind of hopefully bring an end to the dissatisfaction that you're going through once you're able to see what's going on. So take out some time from introspection while you're resting, and that will help you kind of re-engage later. I also got that there will be a delay. Okay, so while you're resting and you're reevaluating, just to know that there is going to be a bit of a delay, because I got the Knight of Swords and he came up reversed. So this is going to require some patience moving forward. You got some positive things coming with that star and that sun, but there could be some, negative confrontations, a few delays, things that are standing in the way to test you, because that's what Spirit likes to do. Okay. And then again, they are going to test you before giving you this blessing that Gerald pulled. I got the World reversed. So as some of these delays and a little bit more of a negative energy that you may not have been seeing comes in, know that this is an opportunity that Spirit is granting you to get ready for the blessings that are coming your way. Okay, because when I get the World reversed, it tells me that there's something incomplete about the cycle before you're able to achieve your goals. So there are going to be a few blocks along the way because there's a little bit of confusion. We've got Neptune and Pisces right now. So if you feel a little insecure, don't be. It is eventually going to come, okay? But there are going to be some delays and some tests before you are given this gift, okay? I hope that was helpful. And Dan, I went ahead and got your question in. Thank you so much. All right, and thank you for putting the the question from Portuguese into English, Venus. That's very helpful. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, we commend you for that, Dan. That is great. Okay, so Dan, you are next. And let's see. Dan says, welcome and thank you guys for hearing my question. Do I have your worry about infidelity in my marriage? I'm getting insecurities. Okay, so you're just feeling a little insecure in your relationship. I don't want to start arguments if I'm in the wrong, not healed from some past betrayals. Yes, we've been there, huh, Jonathan? We're right there with you, buddy. I'm currently looking for a therapist. Excellent. At times, my intuition, I believe, is screaming. Thanks again. Okay, so let's just look into the overall energy and see how you can work through some of these feelings of insecurity and betrayal, because that's a big deal. And that is a completely natural thing to go through after getting hurt and things like that. So
and it is a lot of work to be able to find that foundation again, and to believe yourself, and to have that level of trust.
Yes. Oh, you've been through it. You're gonna love the card I got. Some patience. You know what it is. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I'm getting some interesting cards.
One of the things that is an important, and again, entertainment, not a professional. I'm only licensed to drive in the state in which I live. Part of what is happening, and this is a reminder, is it is important that you have to be willing to lean into something, and to, if you've been hurt and you're wanting to try, no relationship is without its difficulties, but you have to be willing to move through that and to move with that. I mean, you have been through a lot. I have the Knight of Cups. I have the Knight of Cups. I have the King of Wands. I have the Page of Swords. You're going through lots and lots of things because you never expected this, and so that's something. There may be. I mean, I'm glad to hear you're looking and you're trying to find a therapist. Part of what happens is you have to, okay, and this I got 2 8s for you. I got the 8 of Cups, and I wouldn't be surprised if Michelle got the 8 of Cups too, and the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Cups is telling you to let go of some of the things and the disappointments that you've had. It could be walking away from the relationship. It could be, not saying that you need to. There is a moment in time when you're going to have an understanding. This is matched with the Swords, the 8 of Swords. And you mentioned this. Are you actually noticing something, or is it you and you're overthinking it? This is a dynamic balance, because we have thought and we have emotion, a challenging mix to which, if you approach it honestly with the King, you're going to get some clarity around that. Again, 5 cards. I have 3 court cards: Page, Knight, and King. I do encourage you to be willing to lean into what you're feeling. This is the Knight of Cups. You're feel the feels, get that support. If you don't feel the feels, it's going to fester, and it's going to come out in an unhealthy manner. What did you have, Michelle?
Well, I got major arcana cards, actually. So yeah, it gave me the big stuff. The first card I got was Saturn. Saturn's the karmic teacher. You are learning a lot in the relationship department, especially with that Knight of Cups energy. That's teaching you how to deal with your emotions regarding relationships in a very healthy way. It also tells me that you're a sensitive soul. So Saturn is helping you practice more viveka. That stands for discernment in your relationships. And that relationship, it wasn't to harm you. It was to teach you what you accept and what you don't accept, what kind of boundaries need to be placed ahead of time, so that things don't get out of control within your relationships. And there's reciprocity on both sides. Okay. I got the Tower, but it did come up reversed. Okay. This is a fear of collapse, but this is a good time for you to kind of start over. You've been through it. If it were here, I'd be like, uh-oh, but no, it came up upside down. So you are not who you thought you were. That is not the old you is not the new you. Okay. It's time to face the issue that could have been avoided. And this was an ending of a relationship that really taught you something. And then I went over to my light seers, and guess what I got? I got the Tower reversed. So you got a double Tower reversed. Okay.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it
Having
is.
to have it reversed is
Yes, it
you're
is.
learning.
You went through this and you're coming out on the other side. Okay. Now, what is blocking you, my friend, is I got the Wheel of Fortune. You're expecting this to happen again because it was an upheaval in your life. It's understandable, but know that if you resist change and you allow the karmic loops to kind of, if you focus on bad luck made by poor decisions in your past, that's going to,
That's what you're going
it's
to
going to
get.
block your ability to really move forward in a healthy way, and you're going to stop really great things from happening. Okay.
Mhm.
So you have learned from this. It's important that you are as honest as you can with your new relationship and that you set appropriate boundaries without getting paranoid about it. I'm speaking from experience there, Dan. Okay. All right. So then I went to my Mahabharata oracle. I got the desire card. This is Hidimba. Now, desire is no longer something to apologize for. It just demands honesty. So being extremely honest about what you're looking for, who you are. You know, I was in a relationship with someone years ago, and they didn't realize we were exclusive. And they were dating this other person, and I went to them and I said, wait a minute, what's going on? It's like, oh, I don't believe in exclusive relation. I didn't even think to ask. I just assumed that when you're dating someone for a few months that that's the person you're dating. So it's important that you just be open, be honest, because there are so many different forms and types of relationships out in the world right now that you kind of have to let that person know what you're looking for specifically. Okay. So Hidimba shadowed the archetype of being a self-denying woman. Her shadow is sacrificed at any cost, and she has an unapologetic self-knowing about her. So she teaches that desire, when we repress it, it becomes distorted, and when you acknowledge it, it becomes very powerful. Okay, so if you feel an attraction or a longing for a person, be clear whether this desire honors your future and your hunger and what you're looking for in a relationship. Okay, because this is sacred. It deserves growth. It's dangerous when it consumes wisdom. So you learned from that last relationship. Take the tools that you got from that and put it forward, and try not to seek any vengeance along the way. If you go back into the dating scene and you find that some people aren't being truthful, they're not on the same page as you just go, okay, I can move on and try to find something that better fits my energy and my vibration. But really helped me through this is I realized that it's like, why would you want to be with someone who doesn't want to fully be with you, or if it just isn't compatible with you? This isn't about possession. This is about finding someone that you can be best friends with and really connect with. Okay. So try not to focus on vengeance. Try not to focus on the past too much, but at the same time, learn from it. That's the best advice I can give you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my goodness. Lots of people coming in. Okay.
We have a lot of people, and we also had another donation,
We
which is
do.
wonderful.
Thank you, Simran. Zero. What's coming in my career? I've been betrayed in a previous job and jobless last year, October. Okay. Continuously applying with job, but no movement. Okay. Well, thank you so much for tipping. And we're going to get to you next. And thank you for putting Gerald's page in the chat, Venus. I appreciate that
Thank
so
you.
much. Hi, J Cat Lady. All
Mm.
right. So let me just go ahead and uncheck some of these. All right, Simran. Just making sure I'm getting your questions in here.
So what's coming in your career? Yeah, I am aware that you've been jobless, and that's really tough. I'm so sorry about that.
Mhm.
I'm sorry about the betrayal.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take this.
Woohoo!
I'm like going, yeah, I'll take this. What's coming, you've been, what's coming in your career? I got the Lover's card, which is yes, you got the Four of Wands. So that, thinking about a career, this is, you want to have a career, a job, employment where you feel like you are part of it. It's a mutually beneficial thing. This is the energy that's coming. This is what you want. You didn't have it before. I got the Knight of Cups again. There's a lot of energy and emotion about this. This is supported by the Strength card, which is about perseverance. Keep showing up, keep applying for jobs. Get 3 different versions of your resume. Think differently about where you might find a job. I may have said this to you previously. I say this to a lot of people. With the Lovers, it also suggests that somebody may know somebody who knows something about a job. Be willing to put that out there and to be willing to ask, hey, I'm looking for, and be confident about what you say. I'm looking for a job that gives me opportunities to use this strength, and this strength. If you know anything, please let me know. Please let me know. I am also curious. I got the World card. I'm wondering if relocation is a possibility for you. I don't know if international is something that you might consider. Yeah, refreshing your resume. Good. And that's really helpful. Be very aware that while you're applying for jobs, you could put out 15 resumes in a week and get 1 response. That's pretty normal.
Yeah.
I used to work in human resources. I did hiring for entry-level jobs. When I get 300 resumes for an entry-level job, I've got to go through pretty quickly with those. And so keep showing up, keep doing the small things, and following up. So, yeah, I need only 1 job. Yes, of course. But you have to keep applying. So 1 response is good. I would say 1 response is great. Congratulations for getting a response.
Oh, that's really good. Like to get a response at all is huge these days.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. And then J Cat Lady says may do a follow-up call. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's all right. And then Dan Duro says confirmation for me, grateful. You're so welcome, Dan.
Good.
All right. And then let's see. Okay, so I did not get bad cards. I love seeing this for you. I got the 4 of Wands. This is the card of harmony. It's kind of a marriage card. It's stability will come your way. You're going to be appreciated for your efforts and things like that. So that's good. So I see the fact that you got a call back is huge. So definitely give yourself a pat on the back for that, because it is very hard to make a good impression with the job market right now because so many people are on board. Then I got the 8 of Swords, but it did come up reversed. So this is my card of liberation, seeing reality in a way forward. So take the blindfold off, look around, and really assess the situation for what it is. Because this is a very good card to get, especially regarding, moving forward and allowing yourself to really appreciate the good things that are coming your way. Okay. And to actually see them, like you can take this blindfold off. The clarity is coming for you. Okay. Then this is kind of the worry that I see in and around you. You're worried about money. Okay. So, just release any unjustified fears around this. Enjoy what you have. Okay. Let go of any expectations or control issues in and around the job. And, it's always important to watch your spending, but don't obsess about it. Okay. Because she's clutching her purse here, and it's just important to just kind of consider that the penny pinching could be causing a lot of, obviously be responsible, but just don't allow it to affect you in a negative way. Okay. And to mess with your emotional equilibrium. And then I got Shanka. This is the Infinity card from the Mahabharata Oracle. When it comes to career, it tells me a new venture is coming your way. It's going to be creative. Artistic pursuits are favored with this card. We got that beautiful Knight of Cups. So, every ending is singing a new beginning, and I see something great coming for you. Okay, so just Continue to put yourself out there and know that the right thing will come at the right time. Okay. This is despite the hard work, fears from previous employers, those struggle and betrayal. Okay. We'll just take those as lessons and try to move forward because we got some good cards for you. Okay.
Be careful about holding too tightly onto the past, because it's going to keep you there. We got the Lovers card for you. You've got to be open to something different and something new.
Yeah. And Venus, this was for Simran. Okay. All right. In Soul Star, I'm using Karma cards. So that's what I'm doing there. Okay. Moira's here. Harmonia Tarot is here. Good to see you guys. Welcome. J Cat Lady. Okay. So let's go. I'm going to check my thing here. Over here. Okay, we're going to go to lightning round. Okay, so Salama, are you in the audience? Please check in. Kritika, are you still here? Please check in. And then we have Venus and Kaylee. I know Venus is in the chat, so. Salama, are you here? Great evening to you too, Steve. Welcome back.
Hi, Steve.
And then Moira, entrepreneurship and self-employment can be liberating. Oh, yes, it can. It can also be really stressful because you got ups and downs. I've been self-employed since 2010. So
Salama is here.
Salama is here. Excellent. Kaylee's here. And Kritika, are you here? Kritika, please check in. So we're going to go with, would you like Salama's question? June with respect to job opportunities?
Sure, I can take that.
Okay, and I will take Venus's question. All right. So there's Salama.
June with respect to job opportunities. I may have read for you on this before, just out of curiosity. Is that correct?
Yeah. She has been kind of, I thought she had 2 opportunities last time, I believe.
Okay.
Can give us an update on that.
Okay.
Okay. How's it changed?
I'm thinking there are going to be some opportunities. They're not going to be necessarily as they're not going to show up exactly as what they would be in real life. I got the Ace of Wands, which is a great card for a new inspiration and a new opportunity. Part of what is helpful is just for you to remember the emotions around what you're doing, because underneath this Ace of Wands, I got the 5 of Wands, which is about an energy exchange or a battle. And so this may be about, it may not appear to be what it is. And if you are curious about it, don't necessarily lead into it with a battle. Instead, focus on saying things in the best way possible, as clearly as you can, because the Emperor shows up. Know who you are, know what you can offer, and know what you bring. I hope that gives you some insight. I mean, it's an emotional time. I mean, because I have the Queen of Cups and the Emperor, there's a lot of different aspects of it. And do not wear yourself out. Pay attention to the balance.
Okay. All right. So, Venus, you are next. And I would love to see how my June and July will be. I've been on a rough road lately, but I feel positive change is coming. Well, the first card I got was the 7th house. This is the house of partnerships and relationships. Okay. And then I got the Knight of Cups, and look at that. He's holding roses and he's set up a picnic. And so it's kind of a romantic combination, Venus. This is the energy in and around you. If you want to attract it, it's there. If not, then okay. But when I get the Knight of Cups, I mean, this is a guy that's like, you can see he's got his sound bowl there. He's got like a little card for some poetry. He's very flirty, romantic. He's an emotionally sensitive person. So there could be an arrival of someone coming your way if you're open to that. The reason I asked if you were open to it was because I did get the Nine of Swords, which tells me you've been going through some stuff. I don't know if you're having trouble sleeping, dealing with some anxiety. Know that that indicates that there might be some trauma attachment. One thing that I like to do is I'll make myself some lavender and chamomile tea before bed, and I'll take it with some melatonin. And I won't watch television. I'll just maybe play some soft music in the background, keep the music low. I don't eat anything. I just try to calm down. And then I'll every now and then I'll do mantra writing as well in Sanskrit. And it's just a very calming way to settle my mind before bed. Otherwise, I'm up. So if you are dealing with some anxiety in and around the last few months, then though just doing some things before bed to kind of help with that. And then that's also might invite some positive love into your life, which I think I got that in the last reading for you. So a little bit of a theme. They're not letting me forget that. So let's see. You say, okay, all right. The guy with the sound bowl. I'm in love already.
I like that.
I love that too. Oh my gosh. Okay. So then I went to my Mahabharata oracle. I got the Justice card. So when it comes to love and relationships, this situation will demand some honesty and accountability. Any kind of fairness will restore balance, even if there are some difficult conversations required in the beginning. Like you don't have to give this person your entire love, that backstory on the first coffee, but be able to ask basic questions that will help you understand their character at a more face value rather than having to kind of skirt around the issues. So it's important you set boundaries early, but just in a more positive, assertive way. Okay.
Yes.
Know that if there are any decisions or contracts coming your way, the disputes will be resolved justly. It just keeps arbitrating and standing up for what's right, especially regarding relationships and what you're looking for. Because again, I got 7th house, and then I got the Knight of Cups, which, we all love our Knight of Cups. Okay, so then I got another card from the Mahabharata. This is Shankutala, okay? When she appears, patience is needed before achieving your goal. Be patient, so your love is coming. Because that's what this story is all about. So, yes, so this was a woman who she lived in the forest, and there was a king and his party passing by, and he saw her, and because they had a past life together, it was kind of a love at first sight type of thing. And he started courting her. They got married, but he said, I have to go back and do all my kingdom stuff, and then take my signet ring. And then when you visit, show me the signet ring will get you basically through the guards and everything else. Well, she was singing and washing her clothes in the river, and a sage passed by for alms, and she didn't hear him. And so the sage cursed her to forget the person she was thinking about, which was the king, and that he would forget her. And so she lost her ring in the river. And without that ring, she wouldn't be able to get into the palace or even get, the king's attention, and he wouldn't remember her because of the sage's curse. So she tried anyway. He didn't know who she was because the sage is powerful. And so she went home dejected. And then a few months later, a fisherman came over and said, hey, you know that ring you used to wear? I just found it in a fish, and gave it to her. She was able to then go to the palace, and he remembered her, and there was this joyous reunion. So when you practice patience regarding relationships, some really great things could come here. You can return home the ring, it's all kind of linked together. So you got joy coming your way, you got love coming your way. I think that's kind of a special thing, and try to mitigate the anxiety a little bit there too. And you're welcome, sweetie. I hope that was helpful. Yeah, it is a cool story. Yeah. Okay. So our next two questions, I did see Kritika come in. Are you still here, Kritika? Let us know, because I know that you've been in and out. We have the lovely Kaylee, and we have Old Windwalker. Then we have Blush, Bernadette, and Ada. Okay.
Let us know you're here, everybody, because you
Check
know
in,
what I'm
check
going to do.
Lovely.
Now you're here. Old Windwalker's here.
Yes. And Kritika, are you here? We called you again. I'm going to go ahead and
Kritika
keep your
did
question
show
out.
up a bit.
Yeah.
There may be a
And
delay.
Kaylee, are you here, sweetie? Check in.
Kaylee was
Oh, there she is.
working on some new things. So yes.
Okay, so we've got Kaylee. Would love a lightning round reading at the end of the show. And then we have Old Windwalker. What should I be working on at this time? Which one would you like, Gerald?
I can do Kaylee.
Okay, you got it.
Okay.
I'll do Old Windwalker.
I think I just did a reading for Old Windwalker, so let's mix it up a bit.
Okay.
Harmonia Tarot. I am a big fan of this deck. Yes, it's the Pulp Tarot, or Todd Alcott's Pulp Tarot. Is there? Okay, so what do you need to know right now, Kaylee? What do you need to know right now? Stop overthinking it. I got the devil. Instead, look it straight in the eyes and say, what do you want to tell me? Then pull out the Queen of Swords and with confidence, do exactly what you know you need to do, and you have the ability. The Queen of Swords is very confident. She knows what's to happen, because what's going to happen, Kaylee, is the King of Pentacles. You are going to be able to make decisions that will help you in the long run. I think this is a really powerful reading. I mean, the Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles, what a beautiful balance. And anytime we're working with stuff, we're doing some new things. Of course, things that we're not used to looking at can cause issues. That makes sense. But move with confidence, look it square in the eye, and I think that's really powerful.
Oh, wonderful. I love that for you, Kaylee. Oh, okay. So our next question is Old Windwalker, and then we had a tipper. Steve, you're going to be after that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what should I be working on at this time? All right. So service to others, contract-based employments, your health and daily routines, really shaking that area up a little bit because things are about to change. I got a major change is coming your way, and it's going to help you step into your personal power. Okay. The sixth house is the house of, like I said, daily routines, your health. That's why you see all these beautiful vegetables here. Seva, which is selfless service, self-employment, not actually working under a W-2 kind of status, but more like a contract. Okay. And then I got the eighth house. The eighth house is the house of inheritances, major change, death, rebirth. You're going to have a phoenix moment regarding this, okay? Do not fear it, because I got death reversed, okay? So when this major change comes, know that it is for your highest and best good, okay? It's going to bring don't cling to fear of the unknown. Like, don't grip onto any outdated situations, because the eighth house is all about death. It's all about rebirth. It's making room for new, beautiful soil, a new, beautiful you. So this is kind of what I see coming your way. Now, I asked what was the energy that was going to cause this big transformation in your life. And I got Satyavati. Again, when she appears, desires need to be re-examined. She was very relentless in her ambition. She kind of caused the Mahabharata war by wanting her son to be in power. And it cost her peace. And her refusal to temper her desires led to frustration rather than fulfillment. So she's teaching you that the danger of ambition, divorced from values, can lead to some regret. Okay, so it's time to reassess your goals. Know that sustainable success requires a lot of integrity and balance. You might want to look into different types of work than what you've currently been looking into, and that it's important that you don't allow yourself to get burnt out, because that's going to cause more imbalance, and take some rest to restore your clarity uh, as you continue with the work that you're looking into. Okay, so yeah, but lots of change coming your way. That's for all of us, because we've got some really intense eclipses this year. So I really hope that was helpful, dear. Okay. All right. The company I work for is being sold. The job should remain. Okay. Now you might want to, when I get the sixth house, that tells me you might want to look into self-employment if there are layoffs. Okay. Or consider taking on a more contract-based job. Don't fear the changes that are happening. Okay. See this as a chance to reevaluate your ambitions, because they kept, like you said, work, but they kept telling me career. So that's kind of what I'm getting. Okay. And you're very welcome. All right, Steve, you're next. A divorce and move expected. Okay, that's a lot. That would be a lot of change.
That's a lot, yes.
I've been through that. Yeah, but guess what? You're going to come out better on the other side, speaking from experience, okay? You're going to be all right, so don't fear it. It's going to turn you into a superstar. All right, so let us get to the lovely Steve. I got a promotion out of the blue from my job. Work load almost tripled. I'm enjoying the work. I'm a Taurus 10th house. Yeah, that's a hard worker. Honestly, I'm wondering, am I in for even more surprises in my future? Wow. Well, congratulations on the promotion.
Yeah.
Venus just left Taurus, but that gave you a little bit of a boon, and so I love seeing that. You can thank Venus for that promotion, because that's what was going on in Taurus when that happened.
I'm going to be Steve. I'm going to be really caffeinated and unfiltered, which is my style. It's not going to matter if you get more surprises, because you are the King of Pentacles.
Oh wow!
You do the work. You enjoy it. You're a hard worker, as Michelle said.
Mm-hmm.
And part of what's going to happen is sometimes you might be the reason that there are surprises, because you may come up with a new idea on how to improve the workflow or things of that nature. I got the 7 of Cups for that, Steve. You're always looking. You are always looking. The king is always making decisions now that are going to have a long-term impact. You're skilled at that. It is part of what you enjoy. So you're always looking at, and you're trying to connect things. Not everybody is going to agree with you on that. 5 of Pentacles. However, you're also really good at balancing things. The 2 of Pentacles.
Yeah.
You can balance. You're good at having lots of plates spinning all at once. You like it, actually. And part of that also is you can do the big picture stuff and a little bit of the everyday stuff. It's going to take a lot to get you surprised. What you do have to be careful of, again, first card I had is the King of Pentacles. The last card that I have is the Queen of Cups. Enjoy the satisfaction of doing a good job, and enjoy and be grateful for the people who are helping and supporting. The Queen of Cups is one to acknowledge and to identify the beauty and the support that people have given. So that's I love this idea is you're going to come up with some ideas that are going to make them go, huh? And not everybody's going to like that. But change can be very challenging. So.
Okay. Well, I got some interesting cards for you. So, Steve, first one I got is Capricorn. This is Capricorn rules the 10th house. This is all about looking at your goals from a very business-like perspective, okay? You're a Taurus, you got Taurus 10th house, so this earth energy is perfect for you. But you got dedicated. This tells me that you're going to use the most business-like way to get things done. And like Gerald got that 2 of Pentacles, you're really good at juggling things and multitasking and things like that. So your goals are going to happen. So that's a good thing, okay? Because you are willing to look at the material. That's true Many plates. Yes. There you go. Gerald definitely tapped into that.
Yeah, I'm just,
So
yeah, that's great.
so what I got was, I got the Four of Cups, but it came up reversed. So end of dissatisfaction. Things are going to look up. You got some new opportunities coming your way. You're going to feel really motivated and committed because this is a regeneration of your career. This is fantastic. I love getting this card. So that's the good energy that I see in and around you, is that this is being supported because you worked hard for it. Okay. And Saturn rules the 10th house. So this tells me that you did this through a lot of hard work. Okay. There is a warning in and around the workplace. Okay. And I'm going to
Ooh.
mention who this is. Okay. I got Queen of Swords reversed. This is someone who is a little vindictive. They could twist the facts. They use force or intimidation to get their way in the workplace. Okay. There might be a little bit of gossiping going on, things like that. This is someone who is a little too overly independent in the way that they think about themselves, if you know what I mean. So they could have some narcissistic tendencies. Now, the reason I say that is because I got ego from the Mahabharata oracle. Because Adna, when he appears, unresolved desire demands recognition. So this could be someone who kind of sees you as a threat. Okay. Might be a little jealous, a little envy, a little entitled, okay, because you're coming in and you're balancing all these plates and they're looking over and they could just be insecure maybe about losing their job or, kind of seeing you as a threat. So know that their unchecked ambition can sabotage their own long-term success. So do not engage with this energy. Revisit motives and know that if you are having issues with this person, it's because of envy and fear that they aren't really living up to the potential that they feel that they could. Okay. So just face it, but do so with, an assertive attitude, and don't allow this person to get kind of the upper hand in the office or to create a toxic environment. There are ways to handle that. Okay. That's the only warning I got. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Thank you for sharing my website, Venus. That's so sweet of you. And for sharing Gerald's links. You're the best mod. I appreciate you so much. Okay, so we have Bush Heart Love, Bernadette Desire 1. Are you here? Please check in. Oh, wow, Harmonia. Okay, we're going to do you next. Oh, did you want a question, Harmonia?
Oh, that's sweet.
That's
Thank you.
very sweet of you. Would you like us to do a question for you? Let us know. Thank you for your tip. Blush Heart Love is here. Okay. So, and then Harmonia, go ahead and let us know. And then is Bernadette here? Please check in, Bernadette. And then after Bernadette, we have the lovely Ada. Please check in. Okay. Okay.
And Harmonia actually did.
Okay, so we will go ahead and do Harmonia, and then we'll go to Blush Heart Love, excuse me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Harmonia. I'm open to see what opportunities to look out for. You got it. And thank you so much for your encouragement. We appreciate that. Ooh, that's clear. Oh, I love getting this card. Oh, got good things coming, Harmonia. Oh, Kritika. Okay, we called on you 3 times, dear. You didn't. So you need to be here when we call on you, okay?
Harmonia. Let's see what we got. Well, you've got a little bit of stick-to-itiveness, don't you? I like that, because part of your stick-to-itiveness allows you to remember this is a marathon and not a sprint. You are really helpful with this, because the 9 of Wands showed up. The 9 of Wands is the stick to it. You're at the last quarter mile of a marathon. Because what's happening is when this is done, you're going to actually have you're going to have really nice opportunities. One of them is the Page of Pentacles, which is you're going to have an opportunity to learn something new, an opportunity for a little bit of money, a new, maybe healing, something to bonus with your resources. And it's going to give you the Ace of Swords. It's going to give you something new. It's going to be an opportunity, and it is going to challenge. Could it be taking a class? Maybe. It could certainly be. And part of the cool thing is you're going to have a couple of options, and you're going to have to make a choice. I think that's quite good. I also got the Ace of Pentacles. So not only do we have the Ace of Swords, we have an Ace of Pentacles, which is absolutely related to the Page of Pentacles, trying to do something nice. Yeah, you're expanding your reach. And let's face it, we have this page, and if you put this card like that, gee, doesn't it look like this person's hand is right there? It's like, yeah, it's perfect. So you're expanding your reach it will be successful. It's not going to be without choices. So there you go. Yeah, pretty cool. You're muted.
Thank you. I got Pentacles too. So this is a good time for you, Harmonia Tarot. So the first card I got was the King of Pentacles. So, we got the Page, we got the King, we got the Ace. These are all great cards for material prosperity. Yes. So this tells me that you've got prosperity coming your way. It's going to make you feel a little more grounded. The budget's going to be a little looser, which is great. So you're going to feel more secure. And this is all about building your finances from the ground up. And you're going to get that blessing from the Ace of Pentacles. And then the Page is going to bring you some new financial opportunities and things to work on. But this tells me that you have a very down-to-earth pragmatism to you. It's going to bring you a lot of success, especially when you get Nine of Pentacles, because that tells me that's my independent woman card, okay? So then I got the Eight of Swords, but it did come up reversed, okay? So this tells me that you've got some clarity, liberation. You're going to see reality and a way forward, especially if you are looking at self-employment, taking on new projects, really building a foundation for something new and exciting. So that is a really good card to get as well, okay? Then I got the Beauty card. You're going to have a little extra cash to make your to make your environment more beautiful, and also to allow yourself to, enjoy the beauty and material nature of life a little bit more. Okay, you're going to do well in your career. You're going to they're saying practice self-care, beautify your life, your environment. Spend time beautifying yourself. You can get a massage. You can get your hair done. That's what I got this card the other day, and I made a hair appointment so I can get it cut and have my curls back. Okay, so things like that. Okay, so beauty with courage is your new mantra for success, because we got all those beautiful Pentacle cards, and so that tells me you're moving into a time of bounty, which is fantastic. Then I got another great card. Okay, I got the Nectar card. This is the Divine Amrita. This is a big blessing coming your way. So when the Amrita appears, your life force is going to surge back into your being. Okay, this is all about projects receiving momentum, creativity, and motivation returning to your life. And your life is renewing in really great ways. Now, you are going to attract some jealous people because you're going to be doing well. Don't seek revenge. Move on. Focus on you. You've got great things coming. Okay, so that is the overall message, and I'm excited for you. I love seeing people win, and I love all these great cards that we got. So, and I know you know the meaning of all those cards based on your name. So, good things coming your way. Oh, good to see you, Kyle. Welcome. Okay. All right. Let's see. Beauty with courage. Love it. Oh, that's great. And then Gigi. Okay, good to see you, Gigi. All right, we are in lightning round, guys. Then we got to wrap it up, okay? And then Harmonia says, thank you guys. I've been working really hard on this. Oh, that's great. Okay. So unless we receive any more tips, we're just going to go through the rest of the questions, okay?
And
And
we have
Kritika, again, you need to be in the audience when we call you, okay? I know that you're upset, but we called on you 3 times and we had to move on, okay? It's just being respectful of everyone in the chat, all right? Much love to you, dear. All right, we have Bush Heart Love. I did not see Bernadette come in. Ada, are you here? Check in, check in. Okay, I didn't see that. And then we have and then we'll go ahead and do Gigi real quick and we can close out. Okay, unless we get another tip, we're just going to go ahead and close the questions. Okay, guys. All right, so uncheck that.
we
So
had
here is
Blush Heart. Yeah.
Okay.
2 options. Going for a better college next year.
Okay, and then I'm getting to your question. Okay, Gigi.
Okay, so I'm thinking that you're asking, confused between 2 options, choosing BIM Tech this year or going for a better college next year. For entertainment purposes only, the BIM Tech is might be a little pricey. I got the 4 of Pentacles, might be a bit pricey with less return on investment. And part of it also is it may not be a very clear path for you. I have the 8 of Swords. Now, the other option could be it has a different feeling about it because I have the Queen of Swords. It could give you an opportunity to it's more aligned with your approach and your learning and your engagement. And underneath that is a spark that is actually missing when you are thinking about it. It's not necessarily, it's pricey. It's not necessarily, the second option, the other option that you're looking at feels better energetically with the Queen of Swords, supported by the Ace of Wands. That Ace of Wands, it might actually give you some inspiration to make it through the gross or the courses that are less exciting for you. And I think that could be I think there you go. So things to consider.
Okay, and yeah, you tapped into the priciness. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, Miss Gigi. Message for my guides on what the future holds for me. Okay, you got it. You might not be seeing something. Okay, I got Neptune. Neptune are those beautiful rose-colored glasses. You might be over-idealizing something or just not seeing something for what it is exactly. Okay, so I asked what that was, and I got 2 court cards. Okay, so this, I believe, is the issue. I got the King of Swords reversed. This is someone who's treating you unfairly. They can be a little deceptive, manipulative, mean. This is a kind of a mentally, at an extreme level, they can be mentally abusive, okay, and controlling. So if you're being treated unfairly, it is time to set some big, beautiful boundaries. And I know you know how to do that because then I got the Queen of Swords. And she came up upright. So this is, just standing in your independence, remaining mentally strong, telling the truth, okay? You are a self-sufficient person when I pull this card, and just being assertive toward this more negative masculine energy that I'm getting around you, okay? You have suffered and learned in the past. So this tells me that you do have all of the tools in your toolkit to handle that more negative energy coming your way. All right. Then I got a really good card from the Mahabharata Oracle. I got the Intuition card. Okay. This is Sanjaya. I love this card. So when he appears, unseen truths, which you're not seeing right now, are going to reveal themselves. Now, Sanjaya's gift was perception, and it was beyond his physical sight. It was ajna, okay? He was able to bridge worlds and translate divine awareness into understanding because his intuition served others through clarity and standing in truth, which is what the Queen of Swords is all about. So try to tap into that beautiful inner perception, tells me that you've got it, and trust those subtle impressions and synchronicities that the guides are giving you, because that insight is really going to guide your strategy in kind of dealing with this more negative energy. And pay attention to instincts during your decision making, because that's really going to help. So the answers you seek already reside within. You're going to be clearing this up and doing so through your mental capabilities, as well as using that beautiful intuition. Okay. When you find out what this person's been up to, don't seek reprisal. I keep getting this. So it's not, they're there to teach you something. Okay. There are a lot of things that Jonathan and I have let go throughout our lives, and it's, we just see them as lessons. Okay. And this person they're going to be a lesson, and it's important that you allow them to strengthen your resolve and make you a stronger, better queen, standing up for truth and setting those big, beautiful boundaries. Okay, Gigi? All right. Okay, so, okay, we have one more tip. Steve has another question.
Again, and I was looking at this, and
okay.
Yeah, Steve, you have had dreams of travel from time to time. Haven't been getting signals for a trip in the future. Out of the 5 cards that I have, 3 of them are major arcana.
Wow.
And part of this is we start off with the Knight of Swords. You might have an opportunity for a quest, something that you need to go do. It feels very much like it's unexpected. It's sort of you get notification that you have an opportunity to do this, and you decide to say yes to it. I got the Lovers, which is a card of partnership, not just romance, but it could also be business, which is supported by the Fool card. Some people might look at you, you may need to step in for somebody from the business to do something. Others might say, well, that's pretty foolish to do that. However, I have the Strength card supported by the Emperor. Strength is an 8. The Emperor is a 4. 2 4s equal an 8. You're going to be able to balance this. You know how things need to go. And my first card was a knight. Knights are always on a quest. Who puts them in a quest? It's usually an emperor or a king. It feels like there is an opportunity that's going to show up. And therefore, you like the work that you do. I feel like it's something to do with work. So there could be an interesting opportunity there. So that's what I think. It's a really powerful. It's like, boom.
That is very powerful. Good to see you, Susan. And thank you for your tip, Gigi. That was very sweet. Okay, Steve. So I got the Sun in Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules the 9th house, which is all about foreign travel and things like that. Okay. It literally says, act like a leader and get out in the world. Okay. So that it is being supported. However, I think Gerald nailed it. Okay. He said that there was the Emperor and the Knight of Swords. Okay. This is what's going to be standing in your way. You're going to have to get the permission from the Emperor first in order to make the money work out, because I got the King of Pentacles reversed. This is the block. Okay. So it's important that you keep the money in mind, the business, things like that, because that's what Gerald tapped into, and that you don't lose your job or your income in your pursuit to go to where you want to go. Now, when I get Sun in Sagittarius, this also tells me that, Sagittarius is also the guru. So don't make any rash decisions. Really take your time. Do some research. Find out what is best for you. Shine a light in these areas, okay? But you really need to pay attention to where your finances are coming from and get that permission, like I said, from the Emperor before going on this beautiful quest out into the world, okay? That's the only warning I have, but I'm kind of excited for you. So, yeah. Okay.
That's a lot of fun.
It is. It is. Oh my goodness. Susan, we are not doing any more free questions. We just did the tips. So that's where we're at. And then we're going to close out.
Woo.
So I know. What a great set of readings, Gerald. So many lovely
Yes.
people showed up to hang out with us tonight. I've missed you so much. I mean, I'm glad that you're
Well,
quilting and
I've
taking
missed you
hilarious
too,
photos,
and
but
I'm glad to be back. I'm grateful for everybody who has joined us and has wanted to share the readings. I it's delightful. It's
it
delightful.
is. It is. Oh my goodness. So do you have anything coming up, Gerald, that you would like? I know that you have the 5 C's tomorrow with
I have
Jamie.
the
Is that
five
when you
C's tomorrow
okay.
with Jamie, and that is at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. This is going to be a very engaging conversation. It's going to be a laugh and learn, but a back and forth style approach to it. So Jamie and I are going to be having conversations. There'll be an opportunity for you to participate. If you can't be there, the playback will definitely be available and you will be able to engage. It's really powerful because what do we need more of? Do we need more positive thinking or do we need less negative thinking?
Ooh, very good. I love the back and forths with Jamie. You guys are such a great duo. And we were talking about the 5 C's before the show, so I'm kind of excited to learn more about that. Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
And it's good to see you too, Susan. And then J Cat Lady says, I've enjoyed the show very much. Thank you both. Oh, and thank you, Gigi. You're so sweet. And then Steve says, wow, I can totally see that. Thank you. Excellent. Yeah.
Great.
All right. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, I have got next week, like I said, I'm going to be doing all of the astrology by sun, moon, and rising signs. So you'll want to tap into that. And I'm always available for readings, astrologicaltarot.com. Gerald is also available for readings. His Calendly link is in the description. We only scratch the surface when we're here on the show. The best way to really get that especially if you are interested in looking into the astrology, because my charts are insane. I love them so much. I get really, really in depth in readings, and so does Gerald, especially when we're in a more private setting where we can be a little more free to address your concerns. So again, this is just the Costco sample. So I highly recommend that you look into getting a reading if you're looking for more direction and more positive and laughter. Yes, Gerald knows how to bring the laughter, doesn't he? I mean, that's why we call him Cowbell. Yeah, and it says, why does it feel easier? There we go.
You gotta have the more cowbell, kids. You gotta have the more cowbell.
And then why does it feel easier to do less negative thinking and more positive thinking? LOL, I like that question, Gerald. Yes.
Join us. It's going to be a really engaging conversation, and it has been living in my head for about the last 6 weeks since I saw it. And I'm like going, Jamie, we really need to do a show about this. We need to do a show about this. And I'm like, I'm struggling with how to do it. And I'm like, all right, well, we're just going to do it and stay engaged with it.
Oh, excellent. Okay. And if you can't make it, do the replay, so, because I know a lot of people have to work. So we are sending you tons of love. Gerald's going to be back next month, and you can catch us then. But thank you all so much for being here. It was such a joy. And some patients, it sounds like it'll be amazing. Looking forward to it. Excellent. Yay. All right. So you guys have an amazing week. And I will see you next week. And we'll all see Gerald tomorrow. Yay. Take care.